Hey everybody, I'm Justin with AmericanMuscle.com, and this is my quick look at and install of the replacement headlight nose panel available for all 9904 New Edge Mustangs at home. Now, you guys should be considering a new nose panel for your ride if you've been involved in a minor front end collision and need to replace your stocker to get the headlights in and mounted correctly. So in talking features here, I would say your biggest is going to be getting your car back into shape for the most budget-friendly way possible. Again, this really is going to appeal to those New Edge owners out there who have been involved in some sort of fender bender, possibly tweak the factory nose panel to the point where the headlights are misaligned or just unable to be mounted properly. So by replacing that damaged panel, owners will be able to properly reinstall the headlights and get the front end looking like new again. Now, construction for the new panel here will feature a durable ABS plastic that is going to be, I would say, easily strong enough to get the job done, but at the same time does have a little bit of a flex to it, not much, but it's not going to be as rigid, so therefore it's not going to bend or break like the stocker. Now, in addition to that, guys, the new panel here, as you can see, delivered in kind of a gloss black finish. But some owners have used this as an opportunity to actually paint this thing a different color for a small front end accent. Feel free to check out some of the customer submitted images to get a better sense of what I'm talking about. Now finally, guys, as you can see, all of the holes, all of the mounting locations, they're all gonna be in the factory location. It's going to install like a factory part using all of the factory style hardware, and therefore does not require any drilling and will be essentially a perfect fit on the front end of your New Edge. Now, as I mentioned earlier in our features segment, the price for this particular option on the table with me here today, again, gonna be your most affordable means to freshening up that front end on your New Edge, coming in just north of $100, give or take, for the ballpark pricing here. With that being said, that's gonna make this a slightly more affordable option when comparing this to others on the site, such as the OPR nose panel option, which is gonna come in about, I would say, $20, $30 more than this particular choice here. Moving into our installation segment here, guys, and the site is gonna call this a strong 1 out of 3 wrenches on the difficulty meter, taking you at least 30 minutes, probably a little bit more, to get everything in place from start to finish, simply just because you have to remove the front bumper, get everything in place, that whole ordeal. Now, to give you a better idea of just how many steps this is, what the install looks like, check out this detailed walkthrough provided by an AM customer, along with a tool breakdown right now.
Installations, you're gonna be needing a 1/4 bracket set, 8mm socket, 1 3/8 bracket set, 7/16 socket, the extension, flathead screwdriver, Phillips screwdriver, and the trim pad remover. If you have the trim pad remover, you can then replace the flathead screwdriver. But just in case you don't have this one, you don't have this one, you can use the flathead. So we're gonna start the installation process of that part. We're working American Muscle. You can see over here the part number, the label, the exact part, and we're gonna be replacing in this part. This part, as you can see, is totally destroyed. You're gonna see it better later, but it's destroyed. So first thing we're gonna do is remove the negative, because we wanna work in electricity. We don't wanna have any problem with electricity. Is for safety. Okay, as you can see, we removed the negative from the battery. So now we're gonna start with the removal of the headlights. To remove the headlights, you remove these safety pins. There's 2 per headlights. You pull the headlights out and you remove the plugs from here. These plugs from here. So remove this side plug, you just pull it out. It's gonna remove. And then you take the headlights and put it in a safe place. And now to the other headlight. We're gonna remove the pin. This one only have one. We need to replace this one. And we're gonna remove the plugs again. On the back, from the side, pulling out. And that's it for the headlights. For this cover. In this case, we only have one here. Be sure you don't lose it. And then we take it out. Now you can see part of the problem that we're having. This is part of the part that we're gonna be removing is this troy. You see that? You have to hold it with this piece of wire. This is all that we're gonna be removing. For this, we have to remove first the bumper. The bumper is pulled through here, but also through here. So we're gonna remove these ones. This is the screw we need to remove right here to remove this part of the bumper. Okay, we're under the car on the passenger side front tire. We're gonna remove this mud cover from here using the flat tool. Don't lose it, you're gonna need it. Now we're gonna be using the 7/16 wrench, moving this out of the way so we can reach these tools. These two bolts over here. Okay, now we're gonna start removing these tools, these two bolts. Sorry. So it's very easy from here. Oh, after we remove this, we're gonna be using the wrench and a 7/16 cup to remove these two bolts from here, like this. This one. Okay. Now we're gonna remove the second one. As you can see, this is really destroyed, and this is the problem with the hole that we're holding it with cable, with wires and things like that. And now we're gonna be removing the nut from here to take off the whole bumper. Now we're gonna be removing these two bolts from here with the same tool, the 7/16 from here. We are removing the first one. Now we are removing the first one from the driver's side. Okay, now we go for the second one, which is this one. In my case, this one is smaller, so I'm gonna change the cup. Alright, over here we're gonna have to use this wrench. We don't have the cup for that one, so we're using the 10 millimeters for me. In this case, in your case, you might still using 7/16. So I'm gonna now lose this last nut bolt. Alright, so now we finish up the work with the wrench and the 10 millimeter cup, because now we didn't have the extension of the nut right in the middle. So we're just gonna remove what is needed with the hand. In my case, here we go. In my case, the part is over here, but it's broken from bumper, so it's not holding the bumper. I have to fix that one. There's another situation. Doesn't have to do with this part of the project, the one that we're gonna be changing, but it's something we just find out. Hopefully you won't have this problem. Okay, now we have to use this one. It was too close, that's why you need the Phillips, the flathead, and also this one, because it was really tight. It was destroyed, it's too old. So we're gonna be buying a new one for this one. Now we're gonna be removing this last one over here. So we're using both to put it up. Now we're gonna be removing the bumper. Let's see the damage. So now we can see the part we're gonna be replacing, which is this one that is destroyed. The whole piece completely. This one is gonna be transferred to the other one, but we need to remove this one with the Phillips from here to put it there. So now we're gonna be removing this one from here. Okay. Oh, and we need to remove this one from here. Now we're gonna be removing this one from here. This part is gonna be moved to here. So now you can see the whole piece, the old one, how it is and how the car looks. That's the new one we're gonna be putting here. Now we're gonna be removing these tools to remove this bit and this tool over here. Okay, and then we go here, remove. We're not using it because it's broken, but we're gonna remove it for the new one. These two, and also these two for this one. You have to put the cables down so you don't pull it out. It's very important you don't destroy the cables for the headlights. So you put it right here, through here, then you're gonna pull it back when you install the new piece. Okay, now we're gonna be using the 8mm scope with the wrench to remove this. Okay, we're removing the first one. Now we're moving for the second one and do the same procedure. Now we're removing the second one. Now we're removing this one from here. The third one, the fourth one, and the last one from this side. Now we're removing the second one. So we're gonna be removing now from the driver's side, the four ones. First one from the driver's side. So now we're removing the second one from the driver's side. Now we're removing. Okay. In this case, since this one is destroyed, we didn't remove this one, but we're gonna remove it to put the new one here. Now in my case, I removed the tool that was left without the piece because it was not holding anything really. So now I need to address this situation and put it straight so we can put the new one. So this is my case. It's supposed to look like this. Hopefully in your case yours are like this, but if they're not and they're like this, you have to put it the same over there, the same as the other one, so you can install the new piece. So now we straight this piece. Now it looks a lot better like this one. So we're gonna start the installation process of the new cover. We're gonna put it here. Start putting the screws back the same way, but in backwards, right? This one first, this one then, this one, and then this one. We're gonna start with bringing the cables through here and through here, and this one through here. So we need to align this right here, the cable here, and then start putting the screws back. You can see over here that there's a hole that it goes here. So we're gonna align it for you. It looks pretty good. You see the nuts, the screws where it goes. From the bottom. You can present it with your hand. Then you can use the wrench to finish up. One on the top. Okay. Now the one on the side. Okay, now we're gonna present this one. Also, this is the driver's side. And present the one on the bottom. These are the long one. You're gonna see you have two. One short, one long. This is for the long one. 8 millimeters is the head. So you're gonna use the same range, the same cup of 8 millimeters. This is the top one. Okay, now we are gonna tie up the driver size nuts. Now we're gonna do the second one. So we are doing this in parallel to even the piece to the vehicle. Now we're gonna do the one over here. We're presenting the piece, and now the second one over here. It took some time because we needed to align our bracket. It was not aligned due to the situation with the chassis. So we have to align the chassis, the bracket. You have two nuts over here that you can adjust the bracket back and forward, so you can put this as close as possible to the new piece. You see the bracket? To get it close, you have to adjust this by releasing it a little bit and moving it forward, back and forward, because you have a place over here to play, some space over here to play back and forward until you get as close as possible. Then you just tie the knots. So now we're gonna do this too. We're gonna tighten up in parallel so they are even. In this size, they're already aligned. We didn't have to adjust anything, so we're just gonna put the screws over here. Okay, now we just finished the installation. You can see the new piece for the car over here. The cables here. I'm showing you this one because you're not gonna see. We put the bumper and lights. Okay, so this is what it is. Put this back together. This piece back over here. It's very simple. Just put it here and put one of the okay, we're missing one. We're gonna get it there and put it there. Okay, so now we're putting the bumper over here. It's very important that you remember to put this, through the new piece. Put it here. And this go over it. Then you have to put over here. You have to put here this piece. Alright, now we're putting the bumper. It's very important that this one goes on top of the bumper, on top of the new piece, and this go below through this channel. So this one on top, these other ones below. Put those together. You need to add the one that goes over here to hold the grill, and then over here put this one on top, and when you go over here you can see the holes where we're gonna be putting the screws. So it's very important that this piece be on top so it can rest on top of the new piece, and this one is gonna fall in really easy. Now it's only a matter of putting this back together, which you can try to do it through here or go again under the car if you have to, but you have to pull this out. Okay, and look for this, for the piece over here, which already showed you before, and I'm doing it without going under the car now, manually, and then I'm gonna use the wrench. So now we're tightening the screw of the bumper on the passenger side with a 7/16 long wrench. You can see that we're using the long one because it has a long neck over here. So in order for the screw to get tight, you need a long one, 7/16. Now we got the first one tied up. You can see how long it is and where the nose is. That's why we need a long one. So we go now for the second one, like this. Okay. So that's with hand. Now we have to use the long wrench. Very important you use gloves. If you have long lead, better, because there are things over here that can cut your wrist or your arms. So for safety, use gloves, and also long lead if you have. Problem is holding it well with one. Okay, that's the last one. That's it. That's what we put in the headlights. Driver's side first. You need the plug, signal lights. And then front light. Then put it here, and now you have to put the levels here. We're tightening the negative and the battery to close the list. Now we just go close to and see how it looks from the front. Alright, that's much better, beautiful. Let's see on the driver's side what it used to be. You remember that it was almost falling. Now it's being held by the new piece from American Muscle. And now on the passenger side it's totally fine. So it's a beautiful work. Takes a little time, a little patience, but it's doable. This one is going here, but we didn't put it right now because we wanna paint it. Because we want it to look beautiful right here.
So wrapping this one up here, guys, again, if you are looking for a very budget-friendly way to get that new Edge front end looking like new again, well then check out this affordable headlight nose panel right here at AmericanMuscle.com.